Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. It is the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. This is the 17th of November, 2021. It is 2:40 p.m. And again, Mr. Perry isn't getting it. Stop bothering me. Stop. Don't ask who told on you. What you need to do, Mr. Perry, is stop contacting me in all forms. You are strange-o, bizarro with that crap. Listen, I don't go out with guys like you. You're not even in my league. There's not going to be a date. There's not been a date in 10 years. I've moved twice to get away from you. I'm sick of you. Everyone is. When you contact me after you've been told to leave me alone, like this girl did, you're that guy and no better. You know, you want to go around and tell everybody you've got power. Fuck you. You don't have any power. You got a strange old problem that controls you. When you have power, you'll control it. You won't be that guy. I said don't contact me. Don't contact me. Don't contact me. Do not contact me. When you do, you piss me off. And then you piss the 40 cops helping me off. Who's helping me, Mr. Perry? Do you know? See, we all want you to go the fuck away. And you're not getting it. And we have to say the same things over and over and over and over and over. Do you have some sort of dementia? Do you have it? Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. And you guys helping him, when you get all pissed off because I quoted what you just said, what are you going to try to do next? You know, you guys all want me to go Uber Eats, do my side hustle today. Why? You got customers all lined up? You can't know when I'm going to work, when I'm not. You can't know where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, unless you hacked my phone. Hacking is a crime. Voyeurism is a crime. Stalking is a crime in all 50 states. Guess what? A lot of people don't like it when you do that. It's very offensive, improper conduct. It's a crime because they decided we're not going to put up with that in our society. We're going to make it criminal. You go to jail, you do that. All 50 states. That means people don't like it when you do that. Get the fuck off me. Get the fuck off me. You want me to go do my side hustle, and we've duly noted it for the record. You got something playing, like get her to dance, get her to dance, get her to dance, get her to dance. We're going to fuck with her and fuck with her and fuck with her and fuck with her, just like this guy. You want to be this guy? That's the best you can do? Is this the best you can be? There's never a date in 10 years. Never. Let me do the disclaimer. Use allegedly. Apply the but-for standard. But for you fucking with me like this guy's fucking with this chick, I wouldn't need to do a podcast, would I? And document and document and document. When we go to court in your criminal case, we're going to prove premeditation. You violated the law. Get the fuck out. Obey the law. Be a law-abiding citizen. Go be normal and stay the hell away from me. You don't have a choice. It's the law. Look at this. Look at this little pathetic nothing chasing this chick.
Irresistibly alone.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God.
Do you hear that? Just talk to me for 2 minutes. You know how long Mr. Perry's been going, let's just talk. And I'm like, listen, I said no. I said stop contacting me, period. That's it. You're breaking the law. Don't hack. Don't peep. Don't contact me. Get the fuck off me. So, but for you doing what he's doing, we wouldn't do podcasts. I'm doing exactly what she's doing. Get out of my life. Get out of it. I don't care what you think. I'm not asking you what you think. What I said is don't contact me. Leave me alone. Same as she did. We don't want to talk. There's nothing to discuss. And you never shut up. You weren't asked what you think. You were asked to leave me alone. Comply with the law. All of you. Perry hires people. He's got little bitches kissing his ass. His little sex pervert ass. Wow, you guys are something. How, that's the best you can do with your life? Golly, how embarrassing. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing. What? That's pathetic. You're fucking pathetic. So, apply the reasonable person standard. We assert all constitutional rights. You're just this guy. I'm watching Nashville, that TV show Nashville. And the main star, Raina, has a stalker. Same thing. Let's just talk. I just want to talk to you for a minute. Please just let me talk to you for a minute. Fuck you. What is the deal? What part of leave me alone do you not get? What part of shut up and go away do you not get? Nobody asked you what you think. Nobody asked you what you think. No one asked you what you think. What you were asked to do, sir, is obey the law. Get the fuck off me. And he talks about rape. It makes us feel raped when you impose and you bother and you impose and you pester and you bother and you interfere and you butt in and you get into stuff that doesn't concern you. Now, what are the results you have for that, Mr. Perry? You have never had a date with me. You'll never have a date with me, ever. You can't control your strange old problem. So, there won't ever be a date. I think somebody said that to you maybe earlier this morning. You took that chick who was just trying to get away from you, just to avoid being a scandal, just not have anything to do with you. You handcuffed her, you paraded her before the media, and you made her sit in jail for 2 months and destroyed all her evidence, knowing you had no intention to go into trial because it was a false arrest. You think she's going to go on a date with you now? Fuck you. Right? That's not how you get a date. That's monster. That is fucking monster fucked up. You know how many people said that to me in that Lubbock jail? When they found out what you did to me? That's fucked up. And guess what Lubbock is like? You say something at 8 o'clock, it's all over town by 8:11. And you know what? I'm sitting there talking to somebody, a visitor came to me. And there was a chick sitting next to me talking to her husband. Guess what the first question was out of his mouth? Where's that girl that senator is stalking? He didn't say anything about me, negative about me. He said, where's that girl? Have you met that girl that senator is stalking? And she points to me, she goes, she's sitting right here next to me. I lean over and I go, hi, sir. And he goes, oh my gosh, this is fucked up. What the hell is wrong with you? You think you're fooling anybody? You are off your nut. You are not fooling anybody. I have moved twice to get away from you. There's nothing political about any of this. It's a personal problem, the same as Bill Clinton, same as Anthony Weiner. You are weirder than Anthony Weiner. Do you not remember all the jokes people told about that guy? You're worse, much worse. You're this guy. Pathetic nothing. I said don't contact me. Look at the results of what you've done for the past decade of your time. Every day, all day long, you sit around on your fat, lazy, slob, rejected ass, and perverting around and bothering, and you think you're going to get a date with me? Our shrink told the judge, you know, they got to get a wiretap order or whatever it is they get to investigate you, don't they? You're the ones that do it illegally obtained whatever, don't you? Let's get some customers for her Uber Eats thing. Do it. Do it fucking right now. What are you going to get out of that? I can go into court and say he's hacked my phone. He sees when I'm doing my side hustle. And he's sending me customers so he can creep on me some more. Fuck you. Get out of that. Get out of my phone. Get the fuck out of my phone. You guys, I've said it over and over and over. We know how much money she has. We know when she's going to work again. We know if she's down low on groceries. Because you're hacking me. My banking is protected by privacy laws. My commerce is protected by privacy laws. What the fuck are you doing? So, leave me alone. Stop contacting me. Leave me alone. Stop contacting me. I do not care what you think. Didn't ask you. I asked you to get the fuck out of my life. Get out of it. Get the fuck out of my life. I do not want you in it. In this country, when you continue to make unwanted contact with a woman who does not like you, it's called stalking and harassment. It's a crime. It's a felony sometimes. And it's not just a crime in Oklahoma. It's a crime in Texas. It's a crime in Arizona. It's a crime in California. It's a crime in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You go to Albuquerque, New Mexico, you start talking to people I know there, you're stalking me in a way, in that way. It's none of your business. Get the hell out of my life. Get the fuck out of my life. So what our shrink does is she's like, I think he's got dementia. She's having to say the same thing over and over, and he's not getting it. He's not getting it. He's provoking and provoking and provoking and harassing and harassing and provoking and harassing and provoking. If you did that in a bar, they would kick your ass out. Stop, Charles. Stop. Your shit you do all day, does it make me fall in love with you or does it make me hate you? You've been sued 3 times. You've been sued 3 fucking times, and we've got more ready to go. We've got more ready to go, sir. Once you're arrested, there's about 20 more headed your way. I'm not the only victim. I'm not your only victim, am I? You guys helping him? Get your lawyers. We're all ready to go. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. What you do all day, is it getting you the results you want? How many times was your crime caught before you met me? And how many after? How many times was your crime caught before you met me? How many times after you met me? How many times, Mr. Perry, was your crime caught before you met me? How many times was your crime caught after? And you never get a date. You have nothing real. Doesn't go past your forehead. I've moved twice. I've sued you 3 times because I can't stand your weirdo problem. You don't get a date harassing and pestering and bothering and harassing and pestering and bothering and starving and torturing and terrorizing and tormenting. That is not how you get a date. So maybe that's not what you want. What is it that you want? It's not a date with me. So our shrink tells the judge he's not doing things that she likes. Cynthia has made it very clear. She's attracted to men who work hard. She's attracted to men who are good to people. Not just her, but other people in their lives as well. She watches all of that. Those are the kind of men that attract her. Chivalrous. Like the men working with us. These are the kind of men that she finds attractive. Those are the kind of men she will take her time to get to know and to go, and that's who wins her heart. She was attracted to Fabian because of his work ethic, in part. He was nice to her. He said, I think you deserve better than to be harassed by this guy all your life. That attracted her. That won her heart. What repulses her is someone invading her privacy and butting in and threatening and pestering and terrorizing and causing one problem and one crisis and one problem and another crisis after another. Day after day, all drama. And he sits on his fat ass, being a lazy slob turnoff, and bothering, and getting caught, and bothering, and getting caught. And then he wants to know who told. And then he cries and whines, who's telling on me? Who's telling on me? Who's telling on me? And she will not tell him. She doesn't have that information and wouldn't give it to him if she did. So what is wrong with someone that does that all day? What's the name of the mental disease that causes somebody to be antisocial? Failure to respect the wishes and rights of other people. Sociopath. You don't give a shit about anybody else. All you ask is who told. I don't care what you want. I'm going to impose what I want. I want this. I want that. I want this. I want to bother you all day. I want to break the law, and you're supposed to deal with it. I want to rape. I want to rape. I want this. I want a conversation. She said no. I want a conversation. She said no. I want to talk. She said no. That is way outside social norm. Way outside what we accept in a civilized society. Why can't you just be fucking normal? Nobody asked you what you think. No one asked you what you think. I said, leave me alone. Shut up and go away. Same as she did. Shut the fuck up and get out of my life. Shut up and get out of my life. Shut up and get out of my life. You want to talk, you never shut up. You butt into everything. I'm typing a text to my ex-husband, or I'm typing homework, and he starts typing over my typing. It takes twice as long to do everything. Get out of my phone. And then you won't know when I do Uber Eats or where I'm going. Right? That is hacking and is a crime. Stalking is a crime. Voyeurism is a crime. What in the hell's wrong with you? It's a crime in all 50 states. We don't tolerate that in a civilized society. You people helping him, the best you can do with your life is to kiss the ass and be the bitch of a sex pervert? Really? You're this guy's bitch.
It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute?
She didn't ask, what do you think how I'm dressed? Did she ask him? Nope. She doesn't give a shit what he thinks. He's just a monster that won't stop terrorizing her. I feel the same way about Charles Perry. You want to be the bitch of that? That's the best you can do in your life? Wow. You're pathetic too. You're pathetic too. You guys are sitting, chomping at the bit, trying to get me to go work. We know that. We know you are. When I can do, I told you so, you got a problem. And you got a big problem. When I can say I told you so, he was threatening false arrest, and then he did it, and I told you so. Michael Neely didn't kill anybody. He was drugged. They kept me from testifying. You know what somebody said about that? My first question once I got that email in March 2020 would have been to pick up the fucking phone and call that girl and get the how, who, what, when did you know? How did you know? When did you know? How did you know? Who told you? What all do you know? Nothing. He didn't even respond. So who made a phone call to that prosecutor to fuck with him so that Mr. Neely did not get a fair trial or even a legal one? That is pathetic. And her depo was woefully inadequate. There's 20 questions that absolutely should have been asked, and they were not. Not by either attorney. But they did ask me if I'm a cop. Am I? Are you fucking with a cop? Are you that stupid that you actually had somebody ask me, we think she's a cop, ask her, see if she'll say. You know what? If I am, I can lie. If I'm not, I can't. So which one is it? One thing I can tell you for sure, write it down, Richard. Are you one of them waiting to see if I use my, app and go work? Are you? You're pathetic. All of you. Charles, shut up. Shut up. You never shut up. I don't have any words for that. Leave me alone. Are you mentally retarded? I've been saying that for years, the same as she said.
I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
You look like that guy. You look that much like a pathetic nothing. Understand words said to you. You're a grown-ass man. You're an elected official. You should have some decorum in your conduct. You have none. I won't have anything to do with you.
Let's hit it.
Son of a... Look at this one. I'm trying to play it. It won't play.
Alone.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave me alone.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
The fuck? That's Charles Perry to me. He's no different than that guy. Strange-o. Strange-o. Best you can do. Bizarre bore every day. You do the same old thing. Bother and bother and bother. Drama. Bother, but just like that guy. He's not getting a date with that girl. She moved. I was just trying to play the other one. She said I had to move. I moved twice. What part of me moving twice did you take to think I would want anything to do with you ever? Huh? I want to know the answer to that. If I'm moving away from you 2 times, how in the fuck did you interpret that to mean I want to date with you? You're harassing me. You're bothering me. Don't contact me in any form. Don't contact me. Listen, the results that you get for what you do is your crime is more caught than ever in your life, and there's never a date. Is that the results you wanted, genius? Is that what you want? You want to be caught in your crime more than ever? Those are the results you were going for? That's the results you have gotten very consistently every single day for 6 years. And, well, it's longer than that, but what I'm going to do right now is not tell you all of it. I'm going to tell you what I'm allowed to and what I feel like telling you. And what I feel like telling you is that you have the McNamara email right here where I quoted you verbatim. This is what he's going to try to do. He varied it a little bit, but he did this. Did you get a date with me? Was I holding your hand? Did I say, ooh, baby, I want you? Nope. I hate your guts. You got rejected. You get rejected every fucking day. You're contacting me when I've said the same thing she said. Leave me alone. Shut up and go away. Don't call me. Leave me alone. Don't hack me. Leave me alone. Don't peep. Leave me alone. Get off your fat slob, turn off ass, and go work. And stop being a pest and a bother and drama queen. And, you have no cover up. You don't. Your crime is more caught than ever. You got 20 gazillion RICO Act violations. Leave me alone. Do you like it when I quote what you just said? Then leave me alone. Because when you don't, when you violate me, we get all pissed off. My guys dig. They're not Tulsa police. Oh, we don't take evidence here. My guys dig. That's where we're way ahead. You can't keep up. Couldn't if you wanted to. Don't ask me who told. No one cares about that. You know what we care about? Is that you need to be arrested so we don't have to deal with this anymore. When you're in jail, we don't. There won't be any more hacking, peeping, violating me. In every sense of the word, violating me. You're not worth a political attack. You're unbelievable with your arrogance. You're not worth that. You're just some little podunk nothing. You might as well be a dog catcher. I helped you get elected so the cops could get to you. It's a lot easier for an undercover to come talk to a politician than a little accountant sitting all alone in his office. You can only make that work a couple of times, going in pretending you want your taxes done, right? It's a lot easier if you're at a big O event and there's all kinds of people and he can't tell if you're a cop or not. Are you a campaign donor? Are you a voter? Are you a lobbyist? He can say whatever the fuck he wants and get you talking, and they have. They have. I've said all this before. Listen, you guys, write it down. You all have Alzheimer's or what's your problem? It's not like I've not said this before. I've said it over and over and over and over and over. In 2011, these are about when David came in. This is not about abortion or gun rights or any political issue, is it? This is about a personal relationship. Mr. Perry's trying to force an inappropriate one on me against my will. Fabian's single. Charles Perry's a married man. Even if he wasn't, I'm not going to date a whack job. Why would I do that? And then this thing that you guys do, you try to gaslight me and tell me what I think. Oh my God. Try to remember who it is you're talking to. I'm the one that has been the cog in the wheel catching your crime more than anybody else in your life. You really think you're going to tell me what I think? Are you really that backward? That slow? Mike was drugged. I said it before anybody else said it. You really think you're going to tell me what I think? Wow. We don't have words for this. We don't even know what to say to that. You're dealing with people that could get this to me in jail. That is not your name. You're the butt-in. You're just a fucking bunion because my guys listen to what I say. So when I say, and the first time they get it, sometimes they finish my sentences. Richard, keep up with everybody else, Richard. We're not slowing down for you. You better get your facts. You better get your facts straight before you start fucking with people you don't. Look, Richard, can you get people that can get that to me in jail? Can you get to people like that? You attack me, you attack them. We're on the same team. We're a team. Dragon slaying. We're showing you how it's done, Richard, because you clearly have no idea. Don't fuck with me. When you fuck with me, you piss the guys off that got me that. In jail. Not some random time in my life. The worst moment Charles Perry caused ever. Yeah, he did. He handcuffed me. I'm not a criminal. That's what these guys were talking about. He's trying to make her out to be a criminal. She's a fucking sucker mom. Law-abiding citizen sucker mom. And all of a sudden she's supposed to be some criminal once she meets him, and we're not going to suspect him. And there was he's obstructing justice. He's witness tampering. He's perjury. You know, he didn't let her testify for Mike. She did say for a year he wasn't going to let her. You thought nobody would suspect a thing? You know, stop with that. They do. Stop thinking people don't get it. They get it. You don't hear what everybody else. If we know what you said, we know what a lot of people say. We have an ear to the ground in a lot of places. Write it down. We're tired of repeating that. You're not going to tell me what I think. You can tell me what you think you want me to think, and I'm going to laugh at you. I've been a major cog in the wheel catching your crime, in spite of you buying some cops up here. In spite of that. In spite of it. I'm not a criminal. You are. You need the cover up. I do not. You're pathetic. You'll never get a date with me. You're just that guy. Pathetic. Nothing. Nobody asked you what you think. He's sitting there telling her you look like a prostitute. Wow. Guess what? No one asked you. What you were asked to do is leave her alone. No one asked you, Mr. Perry. No one asked you, Richard. No one asked you, Robertson. No one asked you, Chadwick. No one asked you, Powell. You know what you were asked to do? Fuck off. Get a life. Go be law-abiding citizens, and then you won't have to harass me all day trying to cover something up that is more uncovered than it's ever been in your lives. I'm the cog, a major player in that did that. The machine that did that. More than anybody you know in your lives. I promise you, you're not going to tell me what I think. It's never worked. It's not going to work. You want to watch me do my Uber Eats, Richard, or whoever, in my phone hacking me? Do you? Wow. Okay. Well, we'll tell our judge, and then you'll have to deal with him. You'll have to deal with the police that are actually getting the job done. How about that? Because you're not. If Richard's a cop, I don't even know what Richard is. He's on Perry's payroll. I know that. You don't attack women. You don't attack victims of crime. That is highly disgusting. You heard of equal protection? You heard of gender bias? You heard of misogyny? Is that what you're doing? You're pathetic. You're fucking pathetic. You need to rethink your career choice. You know, my granddad was a cop. I'm raised by 3 generations of police. I know exactly how good law enforcement looks. I know what that looks like. You're not it. We don't take evidence here. And I shoved that shit right up under my papers because I'm like, I think this wreck might be related to the murder of a police officer in Oklahoma. I'm supposed to testify. This is witness tampering. Maybe. Maybe it's random. Maybe it's not. You're smart. You figure it out. But you're going to need these documents. Oh, we don't look at evidence here. Today it is. Fucking today it is. And who the hell does that? Jesus. Manford didn't do that. Manford did not do that. These were dated 2011. The abortion thing that I brought up with Aurora, Mr. Perry, it wasn't even coming up as a topic of discussion until 2013. Look at that. Look at the dates. You're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot. How embarrassing. Get your facts straight. If you're a local cop, you better fucking have your facts straight before you come talk to me. And you better fucking understand what the problem is. It isn't who posts what on the internet about Mr. Perry's crime. And how dare you accuse me of committing a crime when I'm doing exactly the same thing TikTok girl did, or I'm doing something because a police officer from somewhere else that's doing your job for you and protecting my life and my safety and well-being told me to do it. Don't butt in. Either help or get out of the way. You're part of the problem or you're part of the solution. Right? Don't put my life in danger. You don't have that right. My phone isn't an issue with anybody but Charles Perry. And he's got crime to cover up. What I'm talking about here happened 2-3 years after I'm talking about here, stalking. And the same thing here. This happened, she's telling me about it in 2014 after I left Lubbock and Mr. Perry was butting in between me and Fabian. Wasn't about abortion, wasn't about anything. Nothing. Mr. Perry didn't make that decision. He's he's a senator from one of the smallest districts in the whole state of Texas. He did not make that call. Nor did I give a shit. I didn't live there then when I said, don't email me because I didn't like your abortion thing. I just didn't want anybody. I was just trying to get him to stop stalking me without making it a scandal or a thing in case Jackie read his email. He knew what I meant. It's the one and only political email there is, and it's 4 years after this, and I was already in Dallas. The thing with this abortion thing with Aurora, we start talking about it in 2013 because that's when they started talking about it in the state legislature. Then I left town. Perry doesn't matter to me. He never did. I was in politics all my life. He was a new guy. If I needed help with something, I'm going to go to somebody I've already been working with before I ever met little podunk, nobody, pathetic, nothing Charles, who might as well be a dog catcher. In my head, I did federal, not state. This isn't saying I'm pro-life or pro-choice, is it? Neither one. What it's saying is this bill, the way they've worded it, it's not going to pass the Supreme Court. The way they worded the bill, they should have worded it differently. We're wasting taxpayer dollars extending session trying to get a bill passed that is worded wrong, and it's not going to hold up in front of the Supreme Court, and I was right. I was right in everything I said in this text, which was 3 years after I'm complaining of being stalked. Stalking Mr. Perry isn't part of your legislative duties. I think you're so stupid and so slow, you can't identify what you're supposed to do with your time all day that would be a personal matter or a crime, and your legislative duties. And they said that in Manford. You know how many times I've pulled up behind some woman's house to watch her in her backyard that isn't my wife? Never. Because it's weirdo. You know how many times I've had my staff, my secretary, go to a restaurant to spy on a woman who's not my wife? Never. Because it's weirdo. Or even my wife. Do you know how many times I've been to a restaurant personally to spy on a woman who is not my wife or even my wife? Never, because it's weirdo. Do you know how many times I've texted a woman, let your life fade away? Never, because it's weirdo. Do you know how many times that I've told a woman or a customer, even if they made a mistake, you're stuck, you lose, you have no control? Never. Because it's weirdo. So why did he do that? And by the way, that's not what you need to do to pass a law in Texas. They got it in Manford. TPD, man, you guys need to catch the fuck up. First of all, you never refuse evidence. Second of all, you don't attack a victim and re-traumatize and re-traumatize and re-traumatize and re-traumatize. And when I don't know. I just saw it the other day. My guys and I were talking about it. The guy from the wrongful conviction thingy, he said it. When you get the wrong person, the offender's still out there killing people. The offender's still out causing harm and injury, and you're letting him. And you look like Barney Fife right now. It's not a crime to tell people what someone's doing to you. It is a crime to commit a crime against somebody. If someone breaks into your house, Captain Gimpy, and tears everything up, and you tweet it, do you want somebody to come put you in jail because you tweeted about it? Or do you think maybe they need to get the guy that broke into your house? I mean, come on with this. So get out of my phone, Richard. Get the fuck out of my phone, Charles. Whoever's in my phone and my computer, get out of it. You're breaking the law. Charles, I don't care what you think. Didn't ask you. I don't care what you think. I did not ask you. I'm not in love with you. I've moved twice to get away from you. I sued you 3 times. I don't have a law degree. That took a lot of effort on my part to learn the law, and apparently I did such a great job, you won't even let me in court to say my testimony. You wouldn't let me testify for Michael Neely. He's innocent. He did nothing wrong. You tried to kill him, just like you did me. And when he didn't die, just like I didn't die, you did a false arrest. Let me tell you something, Richard. My guys, by the way, my wheel well in my vehicle has been checked 2 and 3 times by me and somebody else. There's nothing in it but my spare tire. So if something ends up in it now, we know you put it there. My guys know what you just said. And you're all wondering, how does she know? How does she know? How did she find out? How did she find out? They know whether or not I killed somebody, and they know good and well I did not. And they've also, I've said since 2017, and it's on that blog, justiceforsen.com. It's on the blog. I didn't kill it. Mr. Perry's been recorded talking about framing me for a murder. I'm not in jail now, coming up with some afterthought. I was saying it in 2017. Mr. Perry, it's on the docket, by the way. Mr. Perry talked to Fabian. That was recorded. I'm going to find a way to lock her up again. She won't get out this time unless she's with me. You need to give up. Because I can't get a date the normal way. I got to go weirdo about it. And force and intimidate and force and threaten and intimidate. Over and over and over, you've been caught. I didn't kill anybody. My guys would have put me in jail. Themselves. They know exactly what I'm doing all day, every day. Because they're making sure I stay alive. All right? You don't have the right to peep. You don't have the right to hack. You don't have the right to contact a woman against her will. Those are not legal rights. Those are criminal acts. I do have the right to tell people when I'm in danger. When you're trying to plan something against me to hurt me. When you're going into a court of law and committing perjury and slandering me and smearing me and besmirching me, and you still don't have a cover-up. I have the right to say we all have the right to say, I think OJ killed Nicole, whether the court agreed or not. He was found guilty in a civil case. I think Gary Condit killed Chandra Levy, or I think he didn't. I mean, you have the right to say what you think. Sullivan versus New York Times Company, right? Garrison versus Louisiana. You heard of it? Free speech. It's called the First Amendment. What are you worried about my phone for, Richard? You're hacking it. Get the fuck out of it. Get the hell out of my phone. All of you. You don't have the right to hack. I do have the right to protect myself against a dangerous man who has clearly tried to murder me more than once, and you know that. And if you can't keep up with us, don't ask us to slow down for you. It's your problem. You have to explain it. I'm not going to explain it for you. I'm done making excuses for you. If the best you can do is be the bitch of a sex pervert, that's your problem. Manfred wasn't going to do it. Manfred was not going to do it. You need some help. You got a threat like Lucky. You need some help. You better come talk to me about it. I can't help you if you don't ask me for my help. You've put yourself in an adversarial situation. And I never wanted that. Ever. Cop is family to me. Cop is family. You put yourself in an adversarial situation when you decide to commit a crime too. And the good guys are going to pay for what you do. That's just the way that is. The good cops pay for it when the bad cops corrupt it. This is common sense. You don't have the right to do that to them. You don't. Had you prosecuted obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence, and perjury when I filed a police report according to the law? And Mr. Perry and Mr. Powell obstructed and by physical force prevented and delayed me from reporting my crime and interfered with the chain of custody of evidence and destroyed my prop. You didn't do anything. Now we have a deceased police officer. And the thing with Lucky, as everybody knew, the dispatcher testified that sometimes he took on too much on his own and didn't call for backup when he should have. This was that. This was that. What happened that night is men went in that room. Men they knew, men they thought they could trust. They opened the door and they let them in. There is no sign of forced entry. There's also no cameras in the hallway. There are no cameras in that hallway. Read the fucking docket like I did. You know, if you want to make a good decision and not end up with egg on your face, you take the evidence, TPD, and you read it. And you know your facts. So that way you don't end up like egg on your face later. People going, the fuck? Barney Fife? Charles, shut up. Still trying to type in my... Charles, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. I didn't ask you. We aren't a couple. I'm not interested in talking to you. We are not a couple. You are in an imposition and a stalker and a freaky Jason. Get off me. Get the fuck off me. Quit contacting me. Listen to the words I'm saying. Quit contacting me. Look at the law, sir. What's that law say? What are the laws? Do your attorneys not know how to read the law? Our prosecutor's going to read it for you if they can't seem to do it. I don't want your attention. I don't want any contact with you. None. Shut up. I don't want any contact with you, Mr. Perry. Shut up. You embarrass me. This guy, where is it? They walked into the room that night because they are at a police conference. So now there's two theories. It was either corrupt Texas Rangers who are covering up Charles Perry's crimes all this time, and these two weren't going to cover it up, and they got all scared. They're going to get implicated, and they will. They absolutely will. And so they did it. It was a police conference. Mike did have to be begged to go, Charles says. So somebody else walked in that room that they trusted. Mike is found not in his sweats, like Lisa said he wears when he's going to bed. He's found in his regular clothes. Most likely, you know how you're in a hotel, you sit on the end of the bed, and you're sitting there watching TV having a drink? I'm guessing that's how he was sitting. Somebody put something in his drink and he passed out. Lucky starts arguing with, what'd you give him? What'd you give him? What'd you give him? That's loud. Here comes Hotel John banging on the door. Mike opens the door with his left hand. That's the way the door opened. And he wouldn't open it wide enough for anybody to see anything but his face. He didn't need to hide Mike. Mike's the other registered guest in the room. Earlier in the night when they went to check, Mike answered the door and he opened it wide enough Lucky could be seen laying on the bed beside the window. Hotel staff is able to see everybody's in the room and everybody's safe and sound and everybody's happy. But then later, when, murderer comes along, not so much. And when he said stop it, Mike, he's saying stop it to the offender and he's calling out to Mike. Mike, are you okay? Mike, are you okay? He didn't say, are you okay? I'm saying in that was the nature of the there was no visual context to put those words with. That's what happened. I'm going to tell you right now, that's what happened. The offender's standing behind Lucky. Get rid of him, get rid of him, get rid of him. Lucky does. As soon as he shut the door, he's subdued. He's behind him. He's making them get rid of him. Lucky probably had a gun to his head. Mike's sleeping on the bed. He's passed out. He fell back probably. Lucky subdued and pulled into the corner where he was found in a very small, confined space. When you're beat, you fall slumped over. You fall on your side. You're not going to fall face up on your back, nice and neat in the corner. Someone put him there. He was placed there and beat to death. And Mike had nothing on him. Look at that. And it's about to be Christmas. And this is the time of year I have a hard time with. Because this is when the murder happened. And it's about to be Thanksgiving. And it's about to be Christmas. And Mr. Perry, you have caused two families now to have no dad at all. None. They're alone. They're by themselves. And I promise you, I know what it feels like to want to call my granddad because I have a lot to tell him and I can't. He's gone. But my granddad died of a disease. We expected it. We prepared for it. And this family did not get to do that. And not only that, but you've smeared his legacy too. He died in a drunken brawl. No, no, sir, he did not. He died in the line of duty trying to catch you. Trying to put a stop to your crime because you're a strange-o, sicko. Lucky was starting to question whether or not you're a necrophiliac. You didn't like the questions he was asking. He was being a cop. The only mistake he made is he should have gotten some more people that he could trust involved and not try to do so much on his own. Should have locked you up before he did. The second he knew you lied, that should have been the end of it right there. And I think I asked, once they reported prostitution and you found there was no prostitution, lock him up for a false report. And Lucky did not do it, and he should have. TPD, same thing. We have a bigger case. You got 5 people. Everyone is irritated as fuck. When somebody does something illegal, it makes everybody mad, but when it looks like they're getting away with it, they get irate. You don't understand. There's a reasonable expectation that law enforcement is going to enforce the law, especially when people are getting hurt. I can't make you can take a horse to water and then they have to drink on their own. I can't stand Charles Perry. There's no fucking way. I'm going to tell you something right now. If ever he gets anywhere near me, I'll beat the shit out of him. Because I don't know if he's got a syringe on him or some kind of deadly weapon. I don't think he'll have a gun. My guy says, I'm not worried about a gun. I'm worried about him having a syringe. Don't wait to see if he has a syringe on him or some other deadly weapon. Chloroform in a little hanky or something like that. Don't wait. Kick his ass. Charles, when you bother me, what happens? Listen to me when I'm saying this very carefully, mental slow. All these years, you get results for your actions. You get something out of that. Do you get a date, a real date? Nope. And you don't get a cover-up either. So why are you doing the same thing every day that gets you that? Why do you repeat the same thing every day? Bother and bother and pester and pester and bother and bother and pester and pester. When all you get is told on and told on and told on and told on and told on. More than ever in your life, your crime is out there. And yet you poke and prod and bother and poke and prod and terrorize and bother. And that's what you get. You get caught more than ever in your life. There's never a date. So why do you keep doing the same thing that gets you that? I've never seen that kind of stupid. I didn't know it was possible for anybody to be that stupid. And yet you're proof that it is. Nobody asked you what you think. Stop butting in. Get out of my phone. Get out of my computer. And fuck off and get a life. Get a fucking life. This man needs to go home. What we did today, because of... I'm going to tell you something. There was some threats to... let's say, let me backtrack a little bit. Again, I've not confirmed this personally. I understood that there might have been a threat to a local law enforcement officer from a Mongol. So, what I said was, if the Mongols did this murder for Mr. Perry and Mr. Robertson, did you guys want police all over you all the fucking time till the day you die? Because you're watching what we can do. Please do not threaten anybody. Please don't. The Mongols that I know, barely. There was Mongols that used to come into my club in Stillwater. That's the extent of my knowledge of Mongols, except that they don't like attention and they don't like men that hurt women. If they did this, we gave you an out some time ago. You were told what to do and you didn't take it. I can't help you now. It's too late. I can't help you now. The other theory was the Texas Rangers did it, and maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I'm not going to... I know a lot more than I can say. Let me put it that way. But please do not threaten other police officers. It's not going to go well for you. Now, that's what your guy said, Charles. When he pesters her, when he takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. And you don't know now, still, what we can and cannot do. But we have fucked up your crime more than anybody else you know. So you really think you're going to tell me what I think? When you pester me, my guys get pissed off because I asked you to stop. You need to be a gentleman and stop. They go at you harder, they start digging deeper, and we get more. I'm a major cog and a major player in the machine, catching your crime more than anybody in your life. And then you keep fucking with me, and we keep getting more. And then you ask who told, and then you fuck with me, and then we get more. And then you ask who told, and you're not get that information. It's confidential. I don't even have that information. And then you fuck with me, and you fuck with me, and you pester, and my guys get pissed off, and they dig deeper, and we get more. So if those aren't the results that you want, stop. Stop. I don't care what you think. You look ridiculous that you keep telling me. Nobody asked you what you think. What you were asked to do, get the fuck off. Don't contact me anymore. Not in any form. You're bizarre. You're strange-o. You need to control that. Get out. Thank you.